If you want the latest in weather conditions, be sure to tune in to our Busy Bee Plumbing weather report each weekday on Mornings on Main Street. Brought to you, of course, by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning. We will keep you updated on the latest conditions outside, like severe weather, heat, snow, rain, and even hail.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather on Main Street.
Well, good Tuesday morning. Taylor Plott here with a quick check on your forecast. Starting off the day, mostly sunny skies. Temperatures quickly climbing back into the 90s once again. Another hot day as expected. Just a few pop-up showers and storms are possible on your Tuesday. Our main focus is on the heat, though. 7 p.m. still dealing with temperatures in the upper 80s and lower 90s. We'll drop back down to the 70s once you get into your Wednesday, and then we just do it all over again. 7-day forecast looks like this, dealing with scattered showers and storms over the weekend, but until then, just some pop-up showers and storms and the heat just continuing across the area.
Welcome to Mornings on Main Street. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. Thanks for joining us. You've made it in time for our latest Let's Eat segment with Catherine Mayhew. And the restaurant she talks about today, she says, will be sure to tantalize our taste buds. Well, I'm all in for that one. Catherine shares with us the newest restaurant in Brentwood. It is Karrington Rowe. She explains the dishes and her dining experience, and she also makes a connection between the owners of this new restaurant, Karrington Rowe, and another popular restaurant in Middle Tennessee. But first, let's talk about just how hot it is outside. A meteorologist saying that the heat is not going to let up anytime soon. In a report on weather-related fatalities by the National Weather Service, it shows heat claimed more lives in the U.S. than tornadoes or floods or even hurricanes in 2024. So let's talk about those heat-related illnesses. The first sign that your body might be in danger of a heat-related illness, well, that would be heat cramps. Symptoms include painful muscle cramps and spasms, usually in the legs or the abdomen. Now, you're advised to seek medical attention if it lasts longer than an hour. Moving past that, you have heat exhaustion. Symptoms of heat exhaustion: heavy sweating, weakness or tiredness, cool, pale, clammy skin, weak pulse or a fast pulse, muscle cramps, dizziness, nausea or vomiting, headaches, and fainting. And then the most severe would be when you start getting a throbbing headache, you're confused, slurred speech, dizziness, nausea, and then body temperature above 103 degrees, a strong pulse, possibly fainting. That's a sign of a heat stroke. And you're advised to call 911 immediately or go straight to the hospital. Now, coming up later on in the show, we're going to talk about just some ways that you can keep yourself and your loved ones safe. We'll also, of course, highlight your pets because we want them to stay safe as safe as they can here in the summer heat. We'll have that for you toward the end of the show. But first, let's get a check of our headlines. 12 veterans in the Clarksville area received a handmade quilt from the Quilts of Valor and the Daughters of the American Revolution during a special celebration on Flag Day. Each veteran invited is wrapped in a specially made patriotic quilt as the group cheers them on and offers their thanks for their dedication and service. Each veteran recognized received a certificate that reads the following: The Quilts of Valor Foundation wishes to recognize you for your service to our nation. We consider it our privilege to do so. Though we may never know the extent of your sacrifice to protect and defend the United States of America, we award you this Quilt of Valor as an expression of gratitude from a grateful nation. Astronaut Barry Butch Wilmore, a Mount Juliet native, will receive a warm welcome to his hometown in the coming days. They have 3 community events planned for his return. Now, the first event is tomorrow evening at Victory Baptist Church in Mount Juliet. An honorary luncheon is scheduled for Friday at the Wilson Bank and Trust Operations Center. It is a fundraiser for the Wilson County FCA organization. And on Saturday, the big day, the city of Mount Juliet will host a Hometowns Homecoming event at Charlie Daniels Park. This starts at 11. Mr. Wilmore is a veteran with now 3 NASA space flights under his belt. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Busy bee, yeah, busy bee. If you need
Hold on, y'all, hold on. I need to make a call. Hey, this is Brianna with Busy Bee. I'm giving you a call to let you know your technician is on his way.
333.
Busy bee.
Guys, not yet. Not yet.
Busy bee, oh,
Now I'm ready,
bee.
guys.
Call 775-7833.
Deep in a forest at Nashville Zoo, new creatures here for you to view. Phantoms graced in black and white swing high in trees of dappled light. In rocky crags, tall and steep, small antelopes with nimble feet. A wise old man with beard of white, a sentry perched on stony height. Amidst it all, a hunter lies, with coat of gold and steely eyes. A new adventure just for you. Leopard Forest at Nashville Zoo. Open now.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. It is Let's Eat Tuesday, and today we're talking about a new restaurant in the Brentwood area. Just to add to all the goodness there, it is Karrington Rowe. To share with us a little bit about the owners and why you may notice some things on their menu that you've seen before, we have Catherine Mayhew, our Let's Eat contributor. Good to see you as always.
Great to see you too.
I love talking about food and good food and where to go. How might we know Karrington Rowe? Is there what other restaurants kind of with this one?
There is an associated restaurant that many, many people will know very well. It's the Germantown Cafe.
Okay.
It has been in Germantown for decades. And it's a place that it's great for business lunches. It's great for dates. It's great for anniversaries. And Karrington Rowe is the offshoot of Germantown Cafe. And if you ask me what Karrington Rowe means, no idea.
Oh.
I tried to look up, is it a place? Is it somebody's name? No idea.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter. We don't care what they call it because the food's really good.
What did you dine on? What did you have when you were there?
You know, I went into Karrington Rowe for an appetizer-only meal. I love doing appetizer-only meals. You can order like 4 or 5 things for the table. Everybody gets to try different things. A lot of times in a restaurant, I feel like the appetizers actually outshine the main entrees. So, yeah, so we went appetizer only on this one. And we started out with their meatballs, which are just so luscious. It's a beef, I think veal or pork mixture, but super light, super tender, really flavorful marinara, an abundant amount of mozzarella cheese, and then a pesto on top of that, and then it's dusted with pistachios, and it is so good. So we started with that, and then we moved on to the squash fritters, which were the biggest surprise of the day. Because I was, when you get a fritter, normally what it is, it's very bread heavy, and then there's going to be bits and pieces of whatever it is in the filling. Well, this was perfectly fried, and you bit into it, and it was like having the best squash casserole of your life.
Really?
I mean, there was no breading. It was all this really luscious, creamy, cheesy, really well seasoned, like literally your grandma's squash casserole. They were so good.
That sounds. Is there a dipping sauce with the fritter, or no? Is it just on the side?
With a sort of a light cream sauce.
Okay.
That is very good for swiping through and eating. They were magnificent. We love the calamari, and again, it's a little bit different. It's most of the time when I've had calamari, it's a very light breading. This is a cornmeal breading. It's like you were breading catfish.
Oh.
So it's much crunchier. Which, when the first time you take a bite, you go, well, this isn't right. No, it is right. It's just right in their way. Because it's a very interesting take on it. And instead of a marinara sauce for dipping, they give you sort of a plum sauce. Not a sort of, it's a plum sauce, but it's not really a sauce. It's more like a vinaigrette. It's just very unusual and a really good combination.
Huh. Is the plum sauce a little sweet?
It's a little sweet. Yeah, it was, it's funny when you've had a dish that you've had over and over again and you think, oh, it's going to be just like I had at this other place or whatever. And then what arrives at your table is something completely different. And you're like, and I'm okay with that,
Well, it's a surprise. It's a pleasant surprise. So that is fantastic. Tell me about the chorizo dates.
Chorizo day. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is a perfect play on sweet and salty. You have the chorizo, which is a very, very aggressively spiced sausage. Mm-hmm. And then you wrap the date around it, which is again aggressively sweet. And then you finish it off with a nice piece of salty bacon. And you fry the whole thing. Oh my gosh. There's like, this shouldn't be a thing. This shouldn't happen in the world, but it's so good.
Catherine, where was my invitation for Karrington Rowe? This sounds amazing.
It was in the mail. I don't know. It got lost. But I will tell you about their rolls, which was an interesting thing. So Karrington Rowe provides pictures on their menu with all the menu items. And I'm generally very much in favor of that. It's fun to see. You give you a little bit better idea of what you're going to be ordering. And the picture of the yeast rolls was not at all what came to the table. It was completely different. Oh. And, I actually mentioned this to the waiter. I said, look at this. This one is not like the other. Well, what they actually have, and it's a better thing than probably what the picture is the deep-fried yeast rolls that are famous at Germantown Cafe. And they are luscious. And it is a light as air yeast roll, and then they deep fry it so it has that sort of like frying a yeast donut. I mean, they're absolutely terrific. And but just, I don't know if they're going to end up adjusting the picture to reflect reality, but the picture of what was supposed to arrive and what arrived was absolutely not the same thing.
Not the same. Oh,
now, I'll say one thing, too, about those who love Germantown Cafe. I am constitutionally incapable of going to Germantown Cafe and not getting their Caesar salad and their French onion soup. Mm-hmm. They're both on the menu at Karrington Rowe.
Oh, great to know. Now, should we go Karrington Rowe for lunch, dinner, or brunch?
Either way. It's amazing what you can do in a strip shopping center. As all good restaurants in the world, it's in a strip shopping center. And they have turned the inside kind of into an English pub kind of looking thing. Okay. So beams on the ceiling, and I would think it would be an absolutely terrific date night place. But it was also a very good, one martini lunch place, which is where I ended up with the one martini.
How was the martini?
Martini was excellent. I will say I'm a big olive person, and the day that we were there were no olives. So that was a bit of a miss, but the martini itself was absolutely delicious.
Okay, I'm a dirty martini with blue cheese stuffed olives.
Whoa.
Catherine, thank you for sharing Karrington Rowe with us. Again, a new location in Brentwood to check out. We appreciate you.
Oh, I appreciate you too. Take care.
You too. Stick with us here at Mornings on Main Street. We have more coming up right after this.
Being in Tennessee, we wanted to try to keep it as local as possible, so we have an entire section of our menu that is just dedicated to local whiskeys like Uncle Nearest, Jack Daniels, of course, George Dickel, Nelson Brothers, Greenbrier whiskey, and all of our taps are all local. From 2 o'clock until midnight, we've got food every day for you guys. A good handful of appetizers, some entrees, and a couple salads and things like that. My name is Ethan Kanata. Please come down and see us at the Pick Lobby Bar here at the Omni in Nashville.
So at the top of the show, we talked about heat-related illnesses like heat cramps, heat exhaustion, and heat stroke. Well, ways to stay safe when you're outdoors: find shade when you can. Go back inside to the air conditioning when you get a chance. Make sure that you're dressed appropriately for the temperatures and hydrate. Also check on your loved ones and those that you know, especially the older people in your life as well as children. Keep a really good eye on them as they're going in and out this summer. Something else, if it's too hot for you, it's too hot for your pets. Limit their outdoor time. Again, if they can just stay indoors, let them do that. Let them stay in the air conditioning. And then also never leave your pet in the car in such temperatures. As always, thanks for joining us here at Mornings on Main Street. Have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.